Today we are learning to think and act like artists. We are adding lily pads and water lilies to the background in the style of Impressionist painter Claude Monet. Here are a few examples of paintings by Claude Monet with ponds, lily pads, and water lilies. Please don't paint the water blue today. We're going to be doing that later on. Just leave the water area white today. We will also be creating space using our lily pads. Space uses near and far to show that your lily pads are going back into space. Here is how space works. Lily pads that are near to you are bigger and are at the bottom. Lily pads that are far from you are tiny and are at the top. The rule is bigger lily pads go at the bottom because they're near to you, and tiny lily pads go at the top because they're far from you. This rule works with everything you see, not just lily pads. This picture shows a road going back to space. It's big at the bottom and it's tiny at the top. Here is how to get started. Open your oil pastels and take out all of the greens. Do that now and then stop. Now I want you to draw big lily pads at the bottom, like this. Choose a color, draw a big lily pad shape. Try to use all of your different greens. And color them in. Another thing that's fun to do is choose a different color of green and make an outline. That really makes your colors look like they're glowing. And one more thing just for fun is you can make a pizza shape. Have you ever seen a lily pad that looks like it has a pizza slice taken out of it? To draw that, draw a point like this, and then draw a circle around it. I think it looks like Pac-Man or like a pizza with a slice taken out. That is a really fun shape to draw for a lily pad. Next, draw tiny lily pads at the top. Here are the tiny lily pads. We can still outline with a different color of green, and we can still draw the pizza shape. Next, draw medium-sized lily pads in the middle. There are the medium-sized lily pads. And just one more thing for fun, you can put a lily pad in the corner like this, and the other corner like that. We can pick a different color to color it in, like this. I think the corners are a great place to put a really big lily pad. While you're making your lily pads, keep these rules in mind. It's big at the bottom, it's tiny at the top. Try to use every color of green that you have. Don't forget an outline with a different color and the pizza shape. And last but not least, don't color the water blue. Leave the water area white. We're going to paint it in the future. Start working on your tiny lily pads at the top, your big lily pads at the bottom. Do that now and then stop. Now that our lily pads are done, let's add some water lilies. Here are a few examples. To draw the water lily, start with the center first. This one looks like it has a little bit of gold in the middle. There's the center, and then draw the petals around it. And you can color them in. What size should your water lily be if it's at the bottom of your paper? And think about what size your water lily should be if it's at the top of your paper. Water lilies can be any color that a regular flower would be, like purple, red, orange, pink, white, or purple, or maybe a mixture of colors. Please consider adding the water lilies. They add a nice pop of color with your lily pads. Do that now and then stop.